During a recent rehearsal break at Severance Hall, Cleveland Orchestra music director Franz Welser-Most recalled having a scary thought during the last concert the orchestra played here just before lockdown last March.
There was one moment I remember in the second movement of the Schubert Great C Major where I thought, gosh, is this the last time I conduct this orchestra?
From mid-March up through a few weeks ago, the orchestra's 100 members kept busy by teaching lessons and performing in small groups around town. Meanwhile, management consulted with a team of advisors from the Cleveland Clinic on how to return the ensemble to its concert hall home. The trick was how to introduce health safety measures without compromising sound quality for a series of pre-recorded concerts called In Focus.
We are allowed 42 people on stage. They all have to sit at least 6 feet apart, which makes it unbelievably difficult for everyone. This is an orchestra which is used to listen to each other really carefully and reacting very quickly to each other, and they can't hear each other on the stage.
We take the entire stage, so to have a group of string players in the front of the stage playing with a group of like instruments at the back of the stage is extremely challenging.
When I play, I'm thinking of playing into the sound of my section, of becoming part of this whole sound. And when we're so spaced out, you don't have the same sense of that.
I find that you really have to, I call it listen with my eyes, sort of really react even visually off of things more than ever before. And it's challenging, but that's the hand that we're dealt right now, and we understand why. It's for precaution, to be safe, and so we have to figure out how to do it, and I think we're doing that.
As you would have noticed, we don't have winds on stage with the string players yet. That came directly from what the clinic is telling us, because we feel that with the strings masked, that we were providing a safe environment. If you have winds on stage who obviously cannot wear masks while playing, there's another level of risk, and we're not comfortable with that right now.
I'll quote our COVID advisory. It consists of several physicians, nurses, and other operations leaders, and we had several meetings with Andre's team, several meetings with the orchestra committee.
If I've learned anything over the past 6 months, is that there's still a lot we don't know about this virus, and I think you need to really keep on top of it and speak to folks who do this.
Can you put wind players on stage? What should be the distancing? Do you do it with an audience or not? How many people can you have on stage? Are there any other special considerations? You have a body of tremendously talented individuals which stretch all the demographics, some younger, some older, and so how do you take that into account?
Every day we walk into the hall and they scan your temperature and make sure that you're not too high.
Temperature detected is normal.
You answer questions every day. We receive our sticker that lets us into the hall, so there are daily precautions with that.
The orchestra says it could be February or later before wind instruments are brought back to Severance. For now, they've reprogrammed their season as a virtual experience that subscribers can receive through an app called Adela, named after Adela Prentice Hughes, who founded the orchestra back in 1918. Martha Baldwin says the Adela recordings are another bit of an adjustment for her.
When you're recording, I feel like I tend to have this sense of this is being recorded and it really has to be just perfect. So we're really going for absolute perfection. But when you're playing live, that's not at all, doesn't feel like it's the goal. You're going for the moment. So trying to get past that and really focus on making music in the normal way, as if there were 1,000, 2,000 people here, I think is the key for me.
I'm dying to play a Brahms, Beethoven Symphony, Mahler Symphony with my wind and brass and percussion colleagues, but we can't do that yet. I can't wait for that to happen. I think it's going to be tremendous when it does, and I hope it's sooner than later. But just an appreciation and wanting to give to our community. I hope they'll enjoy and appreciate what we're trying to give them now. But I look forward to that day when we can all be back in Severance together.
You know, I think so many institutions have had to sort of shut down, and to work here where there's, you know, something like a pandemic is merely a problem we have to creatively solve and not a reason to stop I'm just incredibly grateful.